this one. Hopefully this one is better. Oh, maybe I had issues. All right, hopefully we will get this one started out. Oh, maybe I still had connection issues. I don't know what's going on. Wonky internet tonight. Who knows? Anyways, see if this one works. Yeah. All right, trying this one again. Seems like earlier in the evening I get internet problems, and I don't know if it's because more activity or what's going on. I know, like I said, this is a weird time to go. I was earlier in the lunchtime. If you guys stop by then, I don't know if the alerts are going to go out or not. I'm trying to send out as much as I can, but you never know. All right, so now let's just kind of chill for a minute. And like I said, I think I don't know. I think there was a connection issue, something that was in a wonky state. I restarted it. I did the whole thing, but hopefully you guys will file on in here. Sometimes the alerts just don't go out. I don't know, maybe because I already went live today. Not really sure, but I will keep an eye out for it. Hopefully the people will, if you build it, they will come, hopefully. All right, so yes, I did go to Domino's tonight, and I got myself some pepperoni and jalapeno, and I got some bread bites, and the other one is pepperoni and mushroom. The other one was beef and jalapeno. So, you know, a bit different. Yeah, there we go. I'm all decked out tonight. And I even got my Pizza Cat shirt. So I could do my Pizza Cat. So I got my pizza and I got my Pizza Cat shirt. So yes, pizza tonight. So yes, and like I said, I got pepperoni jalapeno, or beef and jalapeno and pepperoni and mushroom and some bread bites. So I don't know. That's what I went with Domino's tonight. Yeah, if you guys were out there earlier, I had another stream and it had a bad connection, so I had to restart the stream. So hopefully you guys will find your way in. Like I said, I don't know. Something's a little wonky tonight with the internet. It kept saying I had a very bad connection and it kept dropping me. All right, so this one is jalapeno and beef. Not bad. And this one's got ranch on it. Or no, garlic parmesan. So yeah. Bad. Actually goes well. And tonight I'm having 2 different drinks. I'm having spicy green tea with hot honey, which is a cool one. And I'm having whipped pineapple orange. Hey, Stevester, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. and I'll pay for part of the pizza. Much appreciated. And like I said, I did go live at lunchtime. Yeah, they have, Arizona now has a spicy blend, 3 different ones. This one and 2 other ones. And also the whipped orange. Now you have to get those from the site. I don't think they're available in the stores yet. And I know the whipped pineapple orange was only available if you were a club member. And that was kind of ridiculous. They wanted you to pay $99 a year for club privileges. And then you got like cheaper shipping, you got exclusive access to certain things. But that's a lot, $99 a year, just to get a break on shipping. And I think they would give you like exclusive things. I don't think you got anything like monthly. I think it was just part of the club and you were like a preferred member. Yeah, they got a lot of different Arizona teas. This is plain green tea, but it's got spicy lemonade or hot honey. They've got green tea, they got juices, they got all kinds of different drinks. And they're always putting something new out. And like I said, I got those directly from the Arizona Tea Company online. As far as I know, that's the only place that has it. So that's what I got from them. Let's see, what else? Did get my new, got my new threads here. And let's see what else. So yeah, today I did the monster churro from Jack in the Box, and then also the new nuggets new tenders from Wendy's. So those are the 2 new reviews up. You can check those out. Be going another one will be going later tonight, and I think that was I'm trying to remember what that one was now. I think it was something else. There will be one on Sunday. It's going to be a whole brand new series, so check that one out. Let's see what else. Like I said, today I was out and about. Earlier I had to, I was doing food testing, so I did go for lunch. Did a short live stream at lunchtime, so if you guys caught that one, it was nothing really big. I went to In-N-Out. I had a couple things for lunch over there when I was on the way back. And like I said, tonight for dinner I'm having pizza. Yeah, they have it's their new, I don't know, tender. They call them tendies. Apparently they have all new sauces too. And I tried one with the scorching hot sauce. Now they also have other ones as well, but I wanted to try the scorching hot. I think they're trying to compete with McDonald's or some of these other ones that are doing these tenders. Because they had the saucy nugs, they had the regular nugs, spicy nugs, but now they're going for the tenders. I guess they're getting into the chicken game. Who knows? Sometimes they like to compete. Go head to head, I guess. And they have their signature sauce too, so guess that's what they're going for. Who knows? Everybody's trying to, and then of course we're going to go into the Halloween theme. Everybody's got a Halloween items right now. Those will be coming soon. I got a bunch of them. Oh, I know what's going up tonight. It is a Halloween themed item tonight, sort of. Okay, that's pepperoni and mushroom. Matches the shirt. Good thing is, if I get grease on it or on, no one could tell. So it is what it is. Yeah. Domino's is pretty good. Yeah, I suppose I could have done bacon. Hey, Matt, how's it going? What's up tonight? It's pizza tonight. Definitely. Yeah, pizza. Pizza cat shirt. Got some pizza. I'm all set. Actually, if I work it right, I think I might work a double episode for you guys. Yeah, if I get on right on this one, because I got something something that showed up recently. I wanted to. I guess it's like a hot thing right now. And all trying to keep up on all the trends, all the new items that are out there. Not just food related, but there's like a lot of other new items, new releases, things like that. I've been seeing lots of different stuff coming out. As we get closer towards Christmas time, we're going to get a lot of the hot toys for Christmas. Okay, yeah. Like I said, the one that I did before this was only like 4 minutes. I was having connection problem. I'm having beef and jalapeno and pepperoni and mushroom. That's what I'm having. Oh yeah, the lunchtime. That was the In-N-Out burger. That one was just a little quick bonus thing for you. So yes, this is pepperoni, mushroom. Goes with the shirt, goes with the hat. So yeah, I tried to do a live earlier, but it was having connection problems. It kept saying bad connection. I had decided I hadn't had Domino's for a little while, so I might have the frozen pizza later or on Tuesday, maybe Tuesday stream. But I got, yeah, Red Baron was on sale. So I got a Red Baron pepperoni and then the 4 cheese. It was two for $6, I think. Oh, anyway, that was my special that I found. It was kind of cool. Like I said, I had lunch at In-N-Out Burger. I hadn't been there for a little while. It seems like every time I go by, their prices are a little bit higher. I think they like to raise them. Yeah, Safeway is kind of like the under the Vons company. I think it depends on where you're located. I think Vons is like a Southern California. and Safeways around here. So yeah, it's Vaughn, Safeway, and I think there's another Save Mart or something like that that's under that kind of umbrella. But yeah, we actually have 2 Safeways in town. One's way on the other side of the freeway, and one's down the road, not too far. Hey, Super Ken. How's it going? I'm Pizza Man tonight. And like I said, I had connection issues earlier. So that's why the first stream was not very long. So yeah, I'm having Domino's tonight. A little bit of a beef and jalapeno and pepperoni and mushroom. And this one's actually pretty good. This got ranch sauce or Parmesan sauce. So that's that. Beef and jalapeno with Parmesan. Not too bad. I believe so. Yeah, it has a self-checkout. I don't use it all that often. I actually go to a store called Lucky's, or Lucky's California. So, I don't know. Safeway's a little bit tougher to get in and out of. The parking lot's always a mess. That's where I went today. I went to Lucky's. I got my frozen pizza, and I did get some. I got some bomb pops too. That was kind of cool. It was good. Like I said, I did more food testing. Went live. I went to the stores. Now I'm going live tonight. I did a couple of videos right before I came on here, so I've been keeping busy, doing editing, doing new reviews. They were protein bars. That's all I could really say. They were protein bars, different flavors of different protein bars, and I don't know who the company was. They just gave me a number, and I had to try all the different protein bars. It was all different flavors. Okay. So yeah, they just gave me the little samples. I tried them, gave my opinion. I had to go 2 days, so it was a 2-day test. Oh man. Sorry guys. Oh man, my eyes are watering. Hang on. I think it was the jalapeno or something that got me. Okay. But yeah, I had to do a 2-day evaluation. So that's kind of cool. I got to try different protein bars. So that was all right. You never know what you're going to get, though. Sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you get bad stuff. And believe me, I've tried everything. They've done a lot of protein-based things I've had to try. I did not care for those. I tried like all different kinds of milks, almond milks, soy milk, oat milk, all that kind of stuff. Juices, all kinds of new things. I actually did try one years ago, about a year or two ago. That was actually made it to market. It was a Tombstone frozen pizza. That was kind of cool because all I did is I went in, I picked up the frozen pizza that was in a bag, um, like a cooler bag, brought it home, put it in the freezer, cooked it in the oven, and tasted it, gave my evaluation, and that was it. And it was, I think it was called a, yes, I have. I have a review of some Dubai chocolate candy bars. A little while ago, about several months ago, I tried that one. Tried two different ones. There's a whole lot of different Dubai chocolate because it's got that pistachio in the middle. Seems to be all the rage right now. Everybody's got pistachio and Dubai, and I've even seen now different ones like colored ones, like pink and all that. But yeah, the true ones like chocolate and pistachio like center. It's very unique. It's a little expensive. It's kind of the rage, the gourmet thing. Oh. And let's see. Here we go, guys. Check this out. I found this when I was on the way out at my grocery store. I know you probably have seen or heard about this. I did find the new Doritos Stranger Things Collisions. So that was I just happened to catch it at the checkout. Smaller bag. I didn't see a big bag, so, but enough to try. You got Stranger Pizza and Cool Ranch, and they're colliding. So that was another new one. Like I said, you never know what you're gonna get. Like they do it like an impulse buy where you have to. They put it in the checkout, and you almost have to stumble over it. I was gonna get the other ones the other day, but I didn't see them again. The Flamin' Skulls Cheetos. It's just the Flamin' Hot, but they're in skull shape. It's nothing new. It's just the shape is different. No, they had the bag of bones before. That was the skull and the rib cage and the legs and all that. But yeah, they had Flamin' Hot skulls, and they were just like skulls. Well, I could do that, but I don't know. Be different. Or I could, I don't know, if I could do a flatbread or tortillas or something. Oh. Yeah, that would be interesting for a what's for dinner video. Hey, Britt, how's it going? So yeah, welcome to the show. Like I said, I had a problem earlier. If you saw that little brief live stream out there, very busy today. A lot of stuff done. Did my testing. No beer. Hot honey. That's still spicy, I'm telling you. No beer. It is ice. It is spicy tea. Hot honey green. Mike's spicy hot honey green tea from Arizona. No beer. Although I do have root beer. That's cool. Still have my case. I got a case of, I think, A&W I still got to get through. But yeah, it's yeah, I'm catching a little bit more of that spice, and I think maybe could have been because of the jalapenos too. But yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's got the new one. Well, these ones are different because you have to buy them online. You have to buy a whole. You have to buy a whole case. This was a 12 pack of three different flavors, so you had to buy a whole case of it. I don't know if they're in the stores yet. I don't think they are. But yeah, normally they get these are like 99 cents for the regular teas or juices, whatever they have. You know, they have like green tea, and then they have juice and watermelon, and what they had the cherry lime Ricky, and I think they have another one, mango lime Ricky or something like that. I don't know. They got a lot of new. They're always getting new items out there, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, that was that one. So, like I said, I'm going to be working on some other stuff later tonight. What the heck? Hey, Brent, thank you very much for that super chat. That's a cool little dude. All right, I will give you guys a sneak preview of something coming up that I got the other day. I don't know. I've been watching the trends. I finally broke down, and I don't know why. I guess I'm a big kid sometimes, and I guess I figured I had to try this one. I'll be putting a video up probably by Sunday. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Break it down. Don't have the DX theme, but anyways, I picked this one up. I know this is like the big hot trending thing right now. Do you guys know? You know. Yeah, I got a Halloween theme one up there. Yeah, if you know, you know. It's kind of scary looking. Yeah, well, it's one of those. It's a Drew Boo Boo. Yeah, I guess you could call it big into energy. I got this one on Amazon, so you can go to the Pop Mart website and maybe they have them, maybe they don't. I was able to go on Amazon directly, and I will show you in the video what's inside. But they're all over the place price-wise, so your guess is as good as mine what you can find it for. I've heard a lot of people find it like in random gas stations. Yeah, some of them are online, super high prices. Some of them you find them in the gas station for like 20 bucks. Some of them you find them toy stores. I don't know if the big box like Target or Walmart has them. They probably don't. They're like super hot. They don't keep them in stock. Well, apparently this is a Labubu. And I have, because I got it from them, I have the authenticity guarantee. It's all legit. It's got all the codes and everything. So this is a legit item. I have my certificate of authenticity. So you will find out when I find it. No, I know. There are a lot of people that are faking them. I've seen a lot of, um, I don't even know if they go by the same name or if they're just knockoffs. But yeah, I've seen anywhere from, 20 bucks up to 600 bucks. And the thing is if they're not opened, you don't know what you're going to get because it's a blind box. You don't know if you're going to get the mystery one. You don't know if you're going to get the anyone, and your guess is as good as anybody else's. So you don't know. You can't be guaranteed to get a mystery one. You don't know. I think they did. I know that a couple of years ago, the big thing to fake was those. Now, not it's the Stanley cups, but before it was those Yeti metal tumblers. Those were like faked. People were doing knockoffs of the Yeti. Now it's the Stanley cups. That's like all the rage. You go into like I think Target has the red ones or whatever, and everybody's like, "Hey, I gotta have my Stanley Cup. It's really cool." Maybe select locations. They had like a pop-up store, but no, not like the regular toy store. Yeah, Beanie Babies. They faked a lot of those. I actually did collect some Beanie Babies at one point. I have a couple. I had a lot more. I think I got a couple of bats and a mouse with cheese, and I think I got a scorpion and a something else like an elephant or something. I don't know. I don't have too many of them. I used to have a lot. I had all the McDonald's Beanie Babies when they had the Beanie Baby Happy Meals. What else did I add? All kinds of. Those were like the big thing back in the day. And I used to collect the Pogs, Star Trek figures with the Pogs. Um, somewhere I have Garbage Pail Kids, and I think I have some Star Wars cards or Star Trek cards too, back from like the 70s or 80s. Um, well, let's see. I'm trying to think back from when I was a kid at Christmas time. I wanted the electronic football game. I actually finally got that one. I had a Merlin that I got. It was like the original handheld, way before Nintendo or Game Boy or any of that. I had the what else did I have? I had a Monster Maker kit. That was kind of cool. It was like plates, and then you drew on it and had textures, and you mix and match monsters. I had lawn darts. Those are dangerous. I had lawn darts. I had a croquet set. I think I had the water wiggle and water weenie. Those were dangerous. The Whammo toys, slip and slide, of course. You don't want to slip and slide, man. Because we got cheap. We didn't even do the regular slip and slide. We took a piece of plastic, wet it down with the hose, and put rocks on the end. Real smart. We put rocks to hold the edges down, and then we thought about it. Wait a minute, what are we doing? We're sliding on plastic tarp with big old rocks on the edges, just waiting for an accident to happen. Everybody's like, okay, we'll slide on there, and hopefully we won't hit the big rock at the end. It was dumb. But, we were kids. We thought we were invincible. Did I? I don't think I had it. I had a GI Joe. I had what else did I have? I had the original Transformers. I had a thing called Micronauts. I had a Batman Batcave set. I had the one I was looking at. It was called Vertigo. It was like a little remote control helicopter that went around on a wire. Didn't do much. And I had a lot of board games. 6 million. I had a $6 million man. I had Oscar Goldman. I had that for a long time. I should have kept that Oscar Goldman doll, man. That was worth a lot. He didn't do anything. He had an exploding briefcase. That was the big thing. He was Oscar Goldman's boss. He wasn't Steve Austin. Steve Austin had the eye and the bionic arms and the legs and all that stuff. And then they had Bigfoot and Maskatron, and I think there was some other stuff. But yeah, I had the Oscar Goldman doll. He didn't do anything. He had the exploding briefcase, and that was it. And a checkered shirt. That was stupid. It's like, why would you want Oscar Goldman? It's like the least favorite of all. It's like everybody else wanted Steve Austin or the Bionic Woman or Bigfoot. That was like, I had Oscar Goldman. Yeah, he's got an exploding briefcase. All right, yeah. What does he do? Nothing. He's head of operations. He tells Steve what to do. Steve's the one that goes and punches walls and jumps over houses and all that stuff. I've been watching a couple of the episodes. What did I watch? The Bigfoot one. Well, the way they did it was, he came on a little plastic briefcase, and if you just twisted the thing, the panel popped off, and then you open it up inside, and it was all messed up. But if you pulled it up and then you twisted, then you can open it, and it had all the little files and dials and stuff in there. So you'd open it the correct way, and it wouldn't blow up. But other than that, that was it. He didn't do anything. He had a checkered jacket. And Steve Austin had the eye you could look through, and then he had a little thing that would make his bionic arm move. And then I think his arm actually rolled up. And I think I had one where he had, you could change the legs and pull little plates out. If you want to watch a really cheesy show from the 70s, $6 Million Man, sound effects were classic. Because it was made into like a cartoonish thing. Whenever they would fight, they'd do it in slow motion, and then they'd have the sound effects when he was running, or if when he would zoom in with his eye, do 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 do. And then it was when he would throw someone, they'd have like a whistling sound. And then they had of course, the theme music, man. Do 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 do. Not really. It was campy. It was 70s. I mean, it was all the thing about he worked for the OSI, and it was all secrets and people trying to steal plans and trying to take over nuclear devices and all that kind of crazy stuff. Secret organizations and whatnot. Yeah, it was about 6 seasons. They actually did a couple movies too. What was it? Return of the Bionic Man, Bionic Showdown. They did a reboot of the Bionic Woman not too long ago. I don't think that only lasted one season. It didn't last very long. Then they did the Bionic Woman, which was kind of like a spin-off. And then a lot of the episodes were kind of like crossovers. She was in his stuff, he was in her stuff. So, yep, that was it. I watched a couple. I went through and watched like the ones with Bigfoot, with Andre the Giant. Later they did it with Ted Cassidy. I guess they couldn't get Andre again. Then they brought people back under different roles. They were famous for doing that. They'd have the same actor, but he was a different part. And one guy was a robot, and then another episode he was an alien. So yeah, I don't know. They love to do that. Forget what you found. What forget before. Yep. Plain old opening line. That was great. Remember that? Because I was watching and I was singing, I was speaking along with it. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Steve Austin will be that man. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. Do 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 do. Dum 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 da dum. Classic opening. And of course they had the crash in every beginning, every episode. I can't hold on. She's breaking up. She's breaking up. Oh, it was classic. But yeah, I had this. I had the. Yep. There you go. That's the classic. The classic opening to the song to the series. Bionic Woman. They didn't. They really didn't have any opening words or whatever. They just showed that she had a parachuting accident and they had to rebuild her. They didn't get as technically detailed. So, actually, tough to say. Kind of like the Knight Rider, the plain old Knight Rider. Doo 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 dun 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 dun. I had that as a ringtone for a long time. Knight Rider. One man can make a difference, Michael. Michael Knight, a lone crusader, champion the justice, powerless. That's another classic one. Knight Rider. That was only on for 4 seasons, and then they did the spin-offs. No, not so much anymore. Back in the days, they always had a... Yeah, Airwolf. What was the other one? Seems like everyone had a memorable theme song. Some of the more popular shows, Hawaii Five-0, Sanford and Son. Yeah, even like Chips and some of those other ones. Some of them were just instrumental. A-Team, yeah. They don't do theme songs much anymore. A lot of them did have kind of big ones. Mostly 70s, 80s, maybe even into the 90s. They would have all the little sing-alongs and the theme songs and the other stuff. But yeah, that was fun back in the day when they were cheesy. Watch all the cheesy shows. But yeah, it was like I said, $6 Million Man, Airwolf. What was the other ones? They had a whole like the Riptide. They even had some obscure ones that didn't last very long. BJ and the Bear. Yeah, what else? Of course, the Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, I never really. I watched it. I didn't watch it too much. Then they had like spin-offs that were series from movies or sometimes the books that they kind of got into it. Yeah, there were some obscure ones I didn't watch as much, and they're not on reruns. A lot of them, you don't see them much anymore. I know the one channel that I used to watch used to have all those obscure ones. Family comedies. Jake and the Fat Man. Never watched that one. What did I watch? The old one, Canon. Was the Rockford Files? Kojak. All the cop shows. Kojak, Starsky and Hutch. I think they had Cagney and Lacey. Beretta. Streets of San Francisco. I watched a couple of those. What else? All the old 70s. A lot of cop shows. Cop shows, detective shows, Barnaby Jones. I'm trying to think some of the other... Man, there was so many. Hey, Roxanne. I am having some pizza from Domino's, and I'm drinking some spicy green tea. Yeah, Barney Miller. Yeah, that was an older one. Barney Miller. What's the other ones? All the old classic shows. They had a lot of cop shows, though. It seems like always. Kojak, Y50. Wow, I'm trying to think. Some of the old ones, and then they had some of the ones that I think I kind of wanted was Spencer for Hire, Vegas. Yeah, that was on for a brief minute. Police Squad with Leslie Nielsen. Not too many of those. Sledgehammer. I remember that. What's that one? Moonlighting with Bruce Willis. Never really. I kind of. I don't really watch that one too much. I'm trying to think. There was a whole lot of like. Yeah, I know it didn't. It was ahead of its time. I don't know if you saw the new Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson. I watched it. It was okay. It was, it was what it was. Still, the original one was the best one. I'm sorry, please. Naked Gun, the original one, the 2 and 3 were all right. The first one, best one. So, just it is what it is. I mean, it was a good remake, but still not the same. Yeah, there were some funny parts to it. I still can't get over the whole Pamela Anderson. I mean, what happened? I mean, what happened? I mean, she used to be like super duper hot. I don't know, maybe just what her hairstyle or something wasn't the same as watching her from Baywatch. I don't know. Monk, yes, they actually did they did an episode for like I don't know what 10 years or something like that. They put a new episode out not too long ago. But yeah, I used to watch Monk. It's always crazy. He was so stuck. Yeah, I don't know. They did a series. They did a one episode Monk's I don't know, reunion case or something. I think it was on about a year ago. It was before the guy died, believe it or not. The guy that played Captain Stottlemyre actually just died recently. So, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a new update kind of thing. It was him and his daughter, and the other guy had moved over somewhere else, and then they kind of got back together for one case. And I don't remember. I think it had the second girl in it. I think. So you can watch that one. It was like a one-time reunion kind of movie. But yeah, I used to watch it all the time. Sledgehammer, yep. Not very long. Only a couple episodes, unfortunately, man. They had all good shows, crazy shows. Unfortunately, a lot of them didn't last. Maybe they were just too silly. I know they've done a lot of spoofs, and the things have been on Comedy Central. It didn't last very long. Because I watched that one, Space Force, the one with Steve Carell. That was only on 2 seasons. They canceled that. It was funny, but I guess it just didn't get the ratings. Oh well, we don't know. Yep, there we go. That's it. Last case. Yeah, he kind of did a revamped version of it. They also did like a little 2-minute video that was like a previewed. It was like during the isolation thing, and something about he was isolated and he had to, be all there. He was only on camera. He couldn't get together with anybody, and I think that was on like 2020 or something like that. Back when everybody was paranoid, and Mr. Monk would have been super paranoid with all the germs and all that stuff. He had to like triple mask it and disinfect everything. So yeah, remember how he's always wiping everything. Only drank certain bottled water. He was afraid of everything. It was a classic show. Used to like watching that. And I finally saw them all. So yeah, those were good. What else? I'm trying to think of some of the other shows that I used to watch from a couple years ago. Hey Scott, how's it going? I'm trying to think if later they had some stuff. Yeah. Oh, I know what the one that was I was watching. They did this was funny. Used to watch the one called Perfect Strangers. I don't know, Balki Bartakamus. Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Remember that one? Well, anyways, they just released it was a couple weeks ago. I saw the thing, and they re-recorded one of the songs from the series, and it was him and cousin Larry as they were now, and they redid the song. That was kind of funny. You can go check it. I think it's on Instagram out there. You can look up Bronson Pinchot. I think he's singing the the song where they were making rolls or something like that, and he had the whole thing. It's classic. Used to watch that one, yeah. Cousin Larry. Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. We do the dance of joy. Die, 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 die. Used to watch that one. They occasionally, I think they put it on. Yep, Meposian. Yeah. Classic. And Cousin Larry. Of course not. My cousin, Mr. Twinkasetti. So yeah, that kind of got changed around a little bit. Originally they were in the one store, and then they went into something else and changed it around. Yeah, they used to Perfect Strangers. What was the other one? Step by Step. Mr. Belvedere, I think. I don't know if that was on the same network or not. I know they had a whole lot of, the TG Full House. What was the other one? Urkel. Family Matters, I think that's what it was. And Boy Meets World. Then they had a new one called Girl Meets World. I don't think that lasted. Yeah, Family Matters. I remember that. I never watched that one. I watched a little bit of the Boy Meets World. I think there were some other ones. But yeah, TGI Friday was like the big thing. I remember I never got into that one too much. Well, yeah, Different Strokes, that's the classic. Different Strokes, Facts of Life. And then you get into Love Boat and what else? Fantasy Island. Smiles, everyone, smiles. Welcome to Fantasy Island. I am your host, Mr. Work. Smiles, everyone, smiles. Welcome to Fantasy Island. And they had all the B-listers on there, I'm telling you, man. Way back in the day, maybe. Um, Maybe I can go back and watch that. They had some of those other ones. Yeah, Grizzly Adams. What was the other ones? Oh boy. They used to have Mickey Mouse Club and all those old westerns. Yeah, now they're corny though. If you watch the Love Boat now, it's like way corny. I've been trying to find somewhere to watch the second Love Boat that they had. That was only on like for one season. Robert Ulrich, called Love Boat: The Next Wave, and he was a whole different captain. And I don't think that was very popular. It didn't last very long. I don't think it had anybody from the original one at all. It was just an attempt at something. But yeah, I don't watch that one too much. Can't find any of the ones. Although I did watch it. I was able to watch a couple episodes of the one that I was classic, and I wished it would have been longer. Street Hawk. That was classic. Knight Rider, Street Hawk, Airwolf. They even had the really bad one, Thunder in Paradise. Hulk Hogan's jet-powered boat. That was sad. I don't think I watched any of it, but I know it was bad. They called them blunders and parasites. Brother. Really? I'm sorry. Brother. The really sad one was when they were on Baywatch. And then Ric Flair and the Taskmaster and Hulk Hogan were on Baywatch for a minute. Yeah, of course, then all his movies that he made, some of them were really bad. I mean, some of them were like straight to video. Santa with Muscles. What was the other one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think it lasted very long. It wasn't very popular from what I understand. Can't find anywhere to stream it. I'll just keep seeing. Maybe I can find an episode somewhere. Really? I'm sorry. Believe it or not, you know what? I went and saw No Holds Barred in the movies for 50 cents. That was when I was living in Arizona. They had a bargain matinee theater, and I went in there and I watched watched it. No Holds Barred with Zeus. Or the Z Final Solution is what they called it. But yeah, 50 cents, man. 50 cents for a movie. Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Santa with Muscles. A Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny. I think he did maybe some other ones. Yeah, they I think it's still on some of those channels, Love Boat. Hey Joseph. I think Love Boat, yeah. I think it's on Me TV or Rewind TV or one of those classic ones. Fortunately I didn't see that one. Yes, I'm having a little bit of pizza tonight. I don't know. Decked out. Got my pizza. I'm all decked out for pizza tonight. A little bit of Domino's. I even got my Pizza Cat t-shirt too. So yes, got my pizza. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I got a little bit of Domino's tonight. Pepperoni mushroom, and then beef and jalapeno. Yeah, I don't know. You could do it by drone. That'd be the way to go. I wouldn't be too sure, man. Maybe they're gonna have that next. Have it by drone, and it'll be like in Back to the Future 2, where you can rehydrate the pizza with your Black & Decker pizza rehydrator. Nobody reheats a pizza like you, Mom. Yes and no. I like Little Caesars because it's cheap, but you got to eat it right away. It's no good the next day. Although, man, I still couldn't get over that the cheesesteak pizza was $17.99. I didn't think the cheesesteak was that expensive. I mean, you get a regular pepperoni. What was it? $7? Yeah, I guess it's the cheesesteak that is a premium, because if you get it from Domino's too, you have to pay extra. It's like a 2-topping deal. They count the cheesesteak as a 2-topping. So if you get anything with cheesesteak, it's called premium. Yeah, like I said, it's good for like pepperoni, or if you want to feed someone, kids or whatever, and they don't care, it's just pepperoni. That's a good deal. But when you start getting the stuffed crust or anything like that, it's okay. And the crazy part is my Domino's, or my Little Caesars, is 2 doors down from Round Table, which is like complete opposite. One's like $50 and one's like $5. So anyway, yeah, that's yeah, I like it every once in a while. I mean, I'll go to Little Caesars. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to get this one from a place called Mountain Mike's, which is like comparable to my Round Table. It's like a gourmet kind of thing, for a extra large pepperoni, which is, I think it's like a 20-inch pie, $55. Oh, hey, Peggy. Where? South. Australia, mate. All right. Crikey, we got an Aussie in here. Yeah, Bigfoot pizza. Crikey, we got us an Aussie. Maybe I can poke her with a stick. See if she's responding to a stick. Yeah, that's it. Hey, Shawnee, how's it going? Yeah. Crikey, poke you with a stick. Yeah, they once in a while they get a good deal. I like the calzone. I like the crazy bread's okay. But like I said, normally I'll get Domino's, just because it's convenient, and it's the only one that's really open later in the evening. But yeah, it's always different stuff. Ah, okay. Yeah, the places here, the premium pizzas, crazy. $50 for a pizza, for a pepperoni pizza, is outrageous. I know it's a big size pizza, but ugh. I go to Papa Murphy's occasionally, but then again, you just get it. You have to cook it yourself. They used to be really cheap, but now they're actually affordable. Yeah, see, we don't have that. Apparently, we're getting a new place Um, the deep dish style one, I think it's called Zachary's Pizza. It's like a chain. They're going to be putting that in here. One of those ones that you got to order like 45 minutes in advance. Ah, okay. But yeah, I got a lot of different stuff going to be coming up for reviews. And like I said, I got to jump right on this one. Get it up for hopefully I'll get it up for Sunday. Cuz I got another one slated, and I don't know. Just when you guys see, you'll see. Cuz like I said, I got a new series coming out. And this should be kind of in line with the new series. And even we're gonna get a guest star. We get some guest stars in the new series, and they're gone. They got their food. They're gone. No bugging me tonight, man. They got all their stuff. We used to have a one. What was it? We had one called Me and Ed's Pizza. And we got another one called oh, what's that one? I'm trying to think of the one Italian style. God, I can't remember it. It's not a chain, it's a local place. There is one I want to go to while it's still there. It's been there for a long time. It's in another town. And they got really big pizzas and like big rolled crusts. I need to get down there one day and try their pizza. Another one that's a little bit pricey, but I want to try that one while it's still around. But it's been there for like 40 years, so one of those um, one of those old traditional pizza parlor type things where they bring it to you on the tray and then they put it on the thing in the middle and you have the little thing and you serve it. But I'm gonna eventually get there. I've seen some of those like super expensive one with like caviar and um, lobster and gold flake. I've seen those. Yeah, that's too much, man. What the heck? So yeah, some of these things are way, way, way overpriced. My neighbor was telling me something about they went down to my we have a hardware store here. It's called Ace Hardware, and they've actually got it's more than just a hardware store. They have um, soda, old time candy. They actually have some food and stuff in there too. And one of them is like pies, like frozen or fresh baked frozen type pies. I don't know why they did this. So they said something about they bought this pie, 19.99 for a pie, some kind of apricot pie. I'm like, 19.99 for a pie? No way. And it wasn't from like a pie shop or anything. It's from a hardware store. Basically, it's the same as those frozen like Marie Callender type pies. But 20 bucks for a pie? No. I'm not paying that. Screw that. Because we've got a place here, Nations, that does hamburgers and pies, and you can get a whole like banana cream pie there for like 15, $16, fresh baked. And another one was like frozen, man. I don't know, man. It's a standard pie. I think, well, like 9-inch pie, 10-inch pie, whatever the standard pies are. But yeah, you can get those frozen pies at the grocery store for like $7, $8. Some of them depends on, maybe catch one sale. Yeah, man, that's crazy. And it wasn't like homemade or it was apricot. It wasn't like, you know, caviar pie or anything like that. That's way too expensive for that. I wouldn't pay that. I might pay 10 or $12 maybe, but not 20. Not for a pie. Not like that. But I know some of them they charge stuff. They charge rates for them and people buy them. So, I don't know. But I've actually been in there. I got some sodas and some candies and stuff they had. And then they had like old time games and stuff when you go down the checkout aisle. In addition to the regular hardware and, all that kind of stuff. They got like a little corner niche with all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it is. Some of them, yeah, they're a little bit outrageous on some of their prices. I'm telling you, way too much money, man. They're expecting for some of this stuff. I mean, I understand it costs money, but yikes, I'm telling you, man. Well, if they can get it, they can get it, and that's a problem. People will still pay it. So we got a couple places that are a little bit pricey like that. All right, so what else? Like I said, they're getting a lot of holiday themed stuff out there right now. Getting to the Halloween, everybody's apparently got some kind of. Um, I've had it. I've had it. It's okay. What did I get that one time? Papa Murphy's did have their. Well, I think they called it double decker. Yeah, it's all right. Um, it's a little bit better than like the honey mustard. It's all right. I've tried it. I tried it on everything. I'm done with the gold sauce, so it is what it is. Yeah, classic. I got a rock. What'd you get? I got a popcorn ball. What'd you get? I got a chocolate bar. What'd you get? I got a rock. I got bubble gum. I got peppermint. What'd you get? I got a rock. Poor Charlie Brown. Always getting the rock. Oh well. Yeah, one of those kind of like, you know, hyped up things. McDonald's is famous for hyping up their um new items and stuff. I know coming out in a couple of days is the Boo Buckets. It's going to be the same Happy Meal inside a plastic bucket. I mean, oh my God, not a revelation. It's the same food in a plastic bucket. I remember that. Yeah. A pumpkin, when you carve in a pumpkin, I guess. I don't know. Do you guys carve pumpkins or not? I used to long time ago, but yeah, I don't do that one anymore. And I used to dye Easter eggs, but yeah, they're too expensive now. Because I'd usually get like 18 eggs or maybe 2 dozen eggs. And yeah, I can't justify what, about 25 bucks. I was never good at it either. I did them, but and we don't hand out candy around here. There's like no kids in this whole neighborhood. They have like a Halloween night at businesses and stuff that they got special stuff downtown, and they have a special day where they block it off and let the kids go and do trick or treating at like all the big businesses and stuff like that. And also the people will put on the map on the application to let them know what places hand out candy, so what ones are safe. We don't hardly get any kids. Last couple of years, there's been like 3 kids on the whole street all night, so it's not even worth handing any candy out. And plus, if the kids do come around, the cats get freaked out. So I just turn the light off. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They do that. They have I think it's called Halloween trick or treat night or something. They got one called Witches Night that they have here. But yeah, businesses, they it's all controlled. They do it like during the daytime. They've got all the places that everybody knows, and so it's not like when we used to go. We'd go out with a pillowcase and we'd come back with a full pillowcase full of candy, and we'd been out, all over the neighborhood, and we wouldn't have any parents. We'd just go on our own. Me and my friends. But they just don't do that much anymore. It's kind of lost its appeal. They have a couple places I've seen around here that actually do deck out their yards and have like a haunted house type of thing. Um, I've seen that, but it's nothing like it used to be. A lot more interactive, and people would have, Halloween parties. Um, all that. No, no, it's really not popular at all. And I don't even see much like if you go to the stores and stuff, they don't really do that much. Yeah, like I said, what I do, I wait till after Halloween and see what candy goes on sale. Half price. Oh, hey, Tazzy, where you going? He's back. Tazzy's back. He's going to eat. All right. When last time I went was like 12, I think. I remember I used to do I did one year, I was the $6 million man. I remember that. That was back with those stupid costumes that they used to have. They were the vinyl jumpsuits, and they had a picture of whatever the character was on the front, and then the plastic mask with the little rubber band. That was your costume. You had I was the $6 million man. I think my friend was the $6 million man. Um, I don't know what else. I think somebody was like Woody Woodpecker, and I don't know, some of those other Fonzie. I think one was the Fonz, and one was well, then you could go with the classics, the vampires, ghosts. But yeah, those pre-made costumes with the little plastic masks that you couldn't even see out of, little slit for the mouth, and the rubber band broke after 5 minutes. Those were funny, man. Then you just had the little jumpsuits, and you put them on, and it just had the logo of whatever it was. I don't know, Superman, Batman. I remember those. Superman, Batman, I think Wonder Woman, Flash, all the superheroes. Whatever else was big back in the 70s, probably. But yeah, they don't do that much anymore at all, really. Everybody stays home, I guess. Hey, hey, Latina, how's it going? Yeah, so that was back in the day, man. Hola, hola. El queso está muy. I can't remember the whole thing. Está muy moldy. I need to learn that one from Encino Man, where he learned Spanish and he learned how to say your cheese is moldy and old or something like that. Yeah, this is my pizza shirt, but I also have my pizza cat. So yeah. So all I need is my cat and my pizza. So yeah, I got my pizza shirt, my pizza hat. I don't know what else. Yeah. So I said that's pizza tonight. So I was like, I just having some Domino's. I'm having pepperoni and mushroom and beef and jalapeno. Nothing real super fancy, but yeah. So yeah. What are you doing, Tezzy? So yeah, I went got some stuff from Domino's tonight. Still got a little bit left. My beef and jalapeno. Right now I am drinking the Arizona whipped pineapple and orange. It's whipped. And then I did finish this one off. This one was kind of cool. This one is spicy green tea with hot honey lemonade. So that's the other one I got. Yeah, Arizona's going with the hot honey blend in the teas and the juices and all that. So they got a couple new things. But yeah, this one's the whipped. This one's pineapple orange whipped fruit juice cocktail. Yeah, spice is life, man. What's it? Oh God. The sleeper has awakened. I like the original one better than the new version. I'm sorry, I tried to watch both of those episodes. I fell asleep. Oh, okay, that's cool. Um, you know what? This is weird. First time, yeah. The first time I saw it in the stores, I was in my grocery store. I saw Wild Bill's. Wild Bill's. I think it was cream soda and orange soda and something else. First time I saw it in the store, though. Normally, I have to go to the website. So yes, got my drinks and stuff. I got a lot of fun stuff. Doing good. Like I said, I was doing my pizza. Checking those out. I did a lunchtime stream earlier. Maybe everybody didn't catch it. I just did a real quick live stream from In-N-Out Burger. Had some burgers for lunch because I was out. Wanted to do that one. Yeah, like I said, it was just a quick one. I was out. I had done testing, and then I just decided to stop over at In-N-Out Burger, and I said, hey, well, maybe I'll just stream a live lunch. Yeah, what was it? 6.25 for a double. They didn't used to be that expensive. think when I started going years ago, they were like 4 something. Now they're up to like 6 and a quarter. So it is what it is. Because I got 2 and it was $12.50, and then it was like $4 for a root beer. Yeah, make him an offer he can't refuse. When I come to you, you'd give me no slice of pie. Where were you? Small potatoes. What do you mean small potatoes? Pass me the small potatoes. I assure you, the paper boy will have the paper on your porch in the next day. How, what was that from? I can refuse you no request. That was a classic one. Still love that show every once in a while. Oh, Al. That was when Al Bundy was the Godfather. He was taking care of business. All the people brought him food. And then the Jeffersons wanted the paperboy killed. Oh, 67. Wow. I don't even know. I don't know what was popular back then. It had to have been something. I'd have to look. I don't even know. Wonderful, big, popular stuff back then. Was I watching some of the old classic movies? Never watched that one. I liked the original one, Labyrinth. Yeah, okay, Major League, Batman. Yeah, I don't know. I was watching some older movie. I don't remember. Probably the original one with Michael Keaton. The first, quote, Batman. Okay, well, I don't know. Well, I was too young to watch movies when I was when I was only 1 year old, so more into the 70s and 80s flicks, I guess, because that's what I grew up with. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. The original Michael Keaton and Joker and Jack Nicholson. Those were the classic ones. I don't know the newer ones. Not into the. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think there was anything real spectacular back then. Yeah, with the cheesy sound effects and the comical Biff and Pow and all that. Used to watch that all the time when I was little. The original Batman TV show. Yeah, yeah, that's a lot of that. What did I see? Saw a couple other things. Lone Ranger. Wow, that was a bad remake. Johnny Depp. It was not good. What else? Tight tights. Tight tights. We're manly men. We're butch. Yes, we're men in tights. So we'll put out your lights. We're men. We're men in tights. Yeah, that's another classic one. I like that one. Anything from Mel Brooks. It's funny. Ahead of his time. Men in tights, Spaceballs. History of the World. Blazing Saddles. Those are the classics. Some of the other ones were okay. High Anxiety, Young Frankenstein, a couple other ones that he did were all right. Classics though. Spaceballs, Men in Tights, Blazing Saddles. It's true. It's true. Getting verklempt. Yeah. You know what's funny is I actually saw this one. This was great. In in Blazing Saddles, there's a scene that they actually left in when she's on stage and she's singing I'm tired, tired of being tired. When the guys come out and they're doing like the little song and dance, and the one guy's got a rifle, he throws it down and it hits it hits one of the lamps and breaks the lamp, and it's left on camera. So if you watch it when the guys come out and he throws his rifle down and it breaks the lamp. And they left it in. They didn't take it out. So if you want to watch that next time you watch it, you can see the blooper of him breaking a lamp. That was kind of funny. One of those trivia things that you don't know about, get kind of left in. Same with the Spaceballs when they're at the diner, and if you go onto the yeah, Mongo. He's just a pawn in the game of life. But in Spaceballs, when they go to the diner and out in the parking lot, you can see the Millennium Falcon in the parking lot. So it's like kind of one of those hidden Easter eggs, I guess you can try it. Look next time they go to the diner scene, and you can see the Millennium Falcon parked in the parking lot next to the Winnebago. So yeah, one of those classic things that they kind of throw little bits and pieces in. Sometimes you don't catch them, sometimes you do. But yeah, I used to watch those all the time. What else? Some of the old classic ones I used to watch too. Yep. What is it? I still got that one. I should bring that shirt out again. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. I got that shirt. Give the governor a harumph. Harumph, 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 harumph. We got to protect our phony baloney jobs. Yeah, and they can't do any of that. I know they tried that. Mel Brooks actually put out History of the World Part 2. It was a series on Hulu. Put that out a few years ago, and it was all PC. He cleaned it up. It wasn't funny at all. They couldn't have any racial jokes. They went through some of the stuff. It was nothing like the original. It was actually 4 parts, and I only watched 3 of them because I couldn't watch it anymore. because they cleaned it up. They made it politically correct. They didn't go into any of the um, racial jokes or anything like that was off color. They made it clean for everybody. So it is what it is. Part of the thing was, he didn't pull any punches. He made fun of everybody, and that's what I mean. It's jokes. I get it. I know it's offensive to some people, but if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. Give the governor her rumph. One of my favorite lines from that one. We've got to protect our phony baloney jobs. Sphincters. We're going to read from the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Duck. Howard Johnson's right. Cracked up. It's too funny. So many quotes from that movie, man. Good quotes from that. Spaceballs. What else? History of the World Part 1. Of course, Blazing Saddles got a whole lot. Just some of them are just funny, man. I'm sorry. I mean, you take away the politically incorrect part of it, and they're funny. It's pushing things. It's not politically correct nowadays to laugh at those kind of things. And I get it. Same with All in the Family back in the day. Same with, what was it, Maude, Sanford and Son. A lot of the older 70s shows, they were, they were raw, they were uncut, They did what they did. And they couldn't do them now. That's the thing. So everything offends everybody that anybody says. Fortunately, someone's going to always be upset over something. So you got to watch what you're saying. Kind of sad that that's the way it is, but that's the way kind of America is right now, or whatever, that they're always watching your every little word. So you got to watch what you say. Yeah, All in the Family, classic. Yeah, all the classics back from the 70s. Yep. And true. Well, I don't know. They got a lot of, it's it's just not, it's just frowned upon now. Racial humor. You can't make fun of anybody, so you gotta watch yourself and watch your language, not to get anybody offended. You don't want to say the wrong thing about anybody, which is kind of tough sometimes because how do you address some of these people? Yeah, I know. I mean, if you say the wrong thing, it sets them off, and it's like sometimes you don't want to offend them, but you have to sit there and really think about what you're going to say. How do you refer to them? How do you um, talk to them? Because what do you say to them? How do you address them? Because I know that some people are hung up on what do they identify as, or what the correct term is. So it's really tough though. Sometimes you don't really know. Yep. I don't either. And like I said, I try not to refer to anybody by, you know, any particular stereotype or anything like that. I like, the stuff that's already out there. I like get a humor. I get humor from it. It's funny. I have my laugh and then I move on. So, it's not really a big deal for me, but some people, they take things a little bit too serious. guess you just got to roll with the punches and, try not to offend anybody. Just watch your P's and Q's. Like you said, gentlemen, rest your sphincters. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Ben. I haven't seen that one for a while. Yeah, I'm really not even following him or listening to him. I'm just counting the days until they get somebody else. Because eventually, when his term is done, they'll hopefully undo everything that he screwed up. So that's what we can hope for. But yeah, he's guy's out of control. But not much we can do about it. Just wait till his time is up, and then once he's done, and then we're done with him. So that's the only good part. Is he's gonna be out soon, and then hopefully we'll get someone to fix the mess. I doubt it. I don't know. I think I only saw that like once or twice. What else? What was I watching? I watched a really stupid movie, man. Newer movie. It was called Prisoner of War. It was kind of dumb. It was like it wasn't even good as Rambo or anything like that. It was just dumb. Overacting. I've seen a lot of those old ones. What was it? Jumpin' Jack Flash. Fatal Beauty was okay. I didn't get into some of these other dramas, but I know Jumping Jack Flash was actually kind of funny. Burglar. I think I watched Burglar. Those were okay. I remember Burglar had Bobcat in it. Thank you very much. You don't hear much from him anymore. After he did the whole police academy thing, he had that one show for a minute. It was called Bobcat's Big Ass Show. It was on Comedy Central, and then that kind of faded. Or I think it was on MTV, maybe. I don't remember. I know he got banned off the Arsenio Hall show for setting the chair on fire. Yeah, that would have been actually pretty cool. I had that one tape of his called Meet Bob, which is a stand-up comedy thing. He was funny back in the day. Police Academy, all that. But yeah, don't hear much from him anymore. I guess they still have some of these shows with these kind of comedians that been around for a little while. They might be okay. I don't know. They just released a new blurb on the Highlander movie. Now, I don't know what they're gonna do or how they're gonna incorporate it. They're bringing in Michael Ironside as a second villain. He was originally in Highlander 2, which we won't talk about because that's not like even a movie. That was an attempt at a movie, but they can't fix that mess. But apparently they bringing in Michael Ironside as a second villain. I don't know what the role is or whatever, but they're bringing him in as the second villain. I know Batista is the Kurgan, and Michael Ironside is going to be something else. We don't know yet. So I don't know. Maybe he'll be a sidekick. I don't know. Heck, they might as well bring in Mario Van Peebles as while they're at it. Bring them all in. Flashback from the past. And then bring in Jacob Kell, and what else? Trying to remember all the villains from all the different movies. I don't know, man. Clancy Brown's still the best one, I think. But anyway, that's what I've heard on the update. Still going to be about a year and a half away. They're still filming it. Apparently, they stopped filming until the beginning of the year because one guy got hurt, and I guess they said they're going to refilm. They're going to start refilming in January. I did hear that he met with a couple of people, the sons of some of the people, and then apparently Rick Moranis has come back, and they're starting to film it. So probably another year or so away. But yeah, they're starting to film Spaceballs 2. Some of the other people are reprising their roles. I heard I think it was Bill Pullman's son that he met with, and I think the one Daphne Zanunga, I think she's coming back. Rick Moranis is coming back. I don't know. I think there are a couple other people, but I know, unfortunately, they waited too long. I mean, Mel Brooks is like 99, so I don't know. Will he make it? Who knows? Hopefully he will. Yeah. Well, they keep teasing at it. Originally, it was called Spaceballs: The Search for More Money. Then they called it Spaceballs: A Sequel. I don't know what they're going to finally decide on, but we'll find out. But yeah, they waited way too long between movies. I mean, 87, what was it? 87 when they did the original one, I think. Spaceballs came out. And even that was after a little while after the Star Wars thing. But yeah, waiting all this line. The same thing happened with Spinal Tap. They waited 41 years for a sequel, and the sequel sucked. Sorry. I was expecting so much more from a sequel. Spinal Tap, they're back, getting the band back together, and you watched it and you went, eh. Yeah, okay. Lone Star. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, but it changes day to day, so they might add in new people. I know there's some people they can't add in because they're not around anymore. Now I don't know if they have sons or anything like that. They're gonna redo that or recast it. Hey Ariel, how's it going? But we'll see. Like I said, they're working on it. It's probably not going to be for another year or two. So I remember watching that one. Then they had Heavy Metal 2000, which is okay. I remember watching the first Heavy Metal. Oh man, because this is like, whoa, great Nyborg, man. But I remember watching that one because that was back 80s, and I had a I had a cable system, And what happened on that one was they found a glitch with the cable boxes. They're doing good. Tazzy was eating, now he's resting. They had a glitch with their cable boxes, and they found out that if you pressed like 4 buttons all at once and shut the box off, you could unscramble any movie channel. And I remember the Playboy channel had heavy metal cartoon, and I was able to use that thing and unscramble it. I was able to watch heavy metal on the Playboy channel because it unscrambled all the premium channels. And after about a couple months, the cable company realized that this was happening, so they recalled all the boxes, and they made you turn in your box, and they made you get a new one that didn't have the same glitch. So they made it obsolete where you had to have the new one, so you couldn't keep using the old one and getting everything for free. It was one of those things back in the day. But yeah, originally watching the heavy metal, I mean, it's animated. Well, what happened was you had to, because the old boxes did not work. They made them so they would not function anymore. Something about they weren't compatible. The signal didn't go out or whatever. I don't know. But you had to turn in the box, and I know they still have, occasionally I've heard they have black boxes. I don't know if there's so much available anymore. I remember you used to see them like in catalogs or mail order magazines and stuff, and it says send away for a black box, and it was always iffy, and it was like a couple $100, and they would send you basically a black box that unscrambled any cable signal. Technically illegal, and until I guess the cable company would send a signal out and zap your black box, and it didn't work anymore. They had a lot of that stuff, and that was kind of iffy. I mean, you'd send away $200 to some mystery PO box, and then they would send you, you know, a unlabeled box and hook it up to your system to see if it worked or not, and whether it did or didn't, you were out your whatever $200 or whatever. And it wasn't like you can complain and say, "Hey, man, I got ripped off. I want my money back." But I remember that was the thing back in the day. Saturday night special. Get your uh, get your cable for free. Yeah, that was if you had the cable. But now it's too easy. Now they got streaming devices and signals and all these different services and things. It's everywhere. So it's not like it used to be. Used to only be able to get it from one place, and it was all controlled, and now it's everywhere. Yeah, I remember when it was actually music. Somewhere along the line, somewhere back, 90s, I think they switched over to whatever they call it now. It's not MTV. It's drama, or all these dating shows and teen reality, all that. So I haven't watched it forever, ever since they stopped doing the videos. And I used to watch, what was Friday night videos. Remember that Night Flight? Back in the day, they used to have all their stations, and then VH1 pop-up video. Pop-up video. Okay, about right. That's about right. Yeah, I don't know. And I think VH1 still shows. Nah, that's okay. No problem. We're just hanging, we're just chatting. Nothing major. But yeah, I don't even watch MTV or MTV2. That's the other version of it. Yeah, man. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't tune into anything. I don't watch MTV or VH1 or I don't even think they have videos. Mad TV's funny. What was the other one? Fridays. Um, that was the other Saturday Night Live. SCTV. Some classics. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I saw that they're bringing back the Monopoly game. They're also bringing back the Boo Buckets. So that's going to be different. But I don't really know much else. If I don't think they have anything major. I know they're working on that new Arch Burger. That might drop soon. Also, I hear this one. I don't know. I didn't really read the details. Apparently, Taco Bell is doing a version of Choco Taco, but I think it's called Salt and Straw locations. I don't know where those are. I did see something about that. If it's like a Choco Taco, but it's like different version of it. So I don't know. Taco Bell is kind of weird, but yeah, they got the Boo Buckets are back. Monopoly is back. I never won anything on that Monopoly game, to tell you the truth. I think I maybe won a bag of fries one time. Remember when they had the Olympics and then they had the Monopoly and the Olympics kind of tied together? You had to watch the game on TV to see if I guess if the America won a gold medal in an event and then you won a cheeseburger or something. Ah, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I never won anything on that Monopoly game. I always got to try again. Maybe it was like a 50 cents off a fry or something, but I don't think I won anything at all. It's always discouraging. You're a loser, try again. Yeah, and it was something about they only had like one boardwalk piece out there in 10 million or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't. Most of they don't have those games much anymore. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, this is what I saw. The Salt and Straw. It's only whatever locations those are at. I don't think there's any around here. So, oh well. I'm not really missing out on it, but I did see that. Yeah, I think it's one of those like kind of pop up kind of thing. They did that a little while ago. Milk was doing the thing with the dulce de leche or something like that. It's like a kind of like those crumble cookie stores. I don't know. Maybe it's like a specialty shop that releases Taco Bell stuff. I'm not really sure. I've never heard of it either. I just happened to see a little blurb about it, but we'll find out. But I don't think it's at regular Taco Bells, and you have to have a Salt and Straw location tied into it or something. I don't know. Probably in the bigger markets. So what else? Like I said, there's a lot of the places are doing Halloween stuff. Okay. Sounds about right. I'm sure we'll be seeing something from the situation. Yeah. He'll bring that out somewhere. It'll be a frosty situation. Who knows? Definitely a frosty banging situation. Sorry. If you know, you know. Like I said, I don't know. Sure, he's got his own agenda. So anyway, let's see what else. Not been heard a whole lot of stuff right now. What time is it? 11:30. No, I did not. I did watch. Unfortunately, I watched the Rankin and Bass Miser Brothers Christmas, which was horrible. My favorite Christmas one is The Year Without a Santa Claus. With the Heat Miser and the Cold Miser, those are my favorite. But they did the Miser Brothers Christmas, and I think they did another one. Yeah. So yeah, it's I always forget that it's earlier here because I'm on West Coast time. So there will be at midnight my time, which is in about a half hour. There will be a new video going out. You can check that one out, and it will be Halloween themed. So that will be for your enjoyment. And I gotta get on top of all the other stuff out there. Like I said, today was a very busy day. Okay. Yeah. Kevin. Okay. Yeah, they done a lot of spin-offs and stuff. I've seen some of these really stupid holiday things. What was it? They even did the one it was a cartoon, David S. Pumpkins Halloween special. If you want to watch that one. Any questions? All right, thanks, Brent. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for all the info. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was kind of silly. The whole skit from Saturday Night Live where Tom Hanks was David S. Pumpkins. They actually made an animated Halloween special of that. I don't know why. That was kind of silly. Of course, and there's the classic Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and a couple other Halloween. And I guess Nightmare Before Christmas is technically Halloween-ish. I don't know. There's a lot of that stuff. So yeah, you're gonna get into all the Halloween stuff and all the themed things. So stay tuned for that. And it's pumpkin spice everything right now. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it. Pumpkin spice is everywhere. It might even be in the new review. Who knows? Oh, God. Can't turn around without it being in something. Pumpkin spice latte, candles, air freshener, everything. That's the time of the year. What did I see? Pumpkin spice toilet paper? I saw pumpkin spice air freshener. I've seen Yeah, there's just some of them were just lame. I think I saw pumpkin spice coffee, and I saw peppermint coffee too. So I don't know. And they've had cereals and pumpkin spice cream cheese. What else did they have? Yeah, there's a pumpkin spice everything. Believe me, what did I decide? I saw Halloween monster fruity pebbles. I think it was. It was Halloween pebbles. I think they were just cocoa pebbles and orange pebbles together to make it like Halloween. So I was at the grocery store and I went down the Halloween aisle and saw all the candies and Peeps and Snickers and all that kind of stuff. Nothing really new. Nothing really jumped out at me. Yeah, there. It's like I said, it's everywhere. I went down that aisle and there was just Halloween candy and pumpkin spice and Snickers and M&Ms and all that kind of stuff. I think it was even pumpkin spice muffin mix. Yeah, I've had them. They had the Frankenstein ones, the ghosts. They have pumpkins. What else? I did one black cats. Most of them are just shapes. They're just shapes for the Halloween time. They're not any specific flavor. I know it was like pumpkin, ghosts, Frankenstein, skeletons, I think was one of them. Then for Christmas they had snowman and Christmas trees and gingerbread man. Well, that was actually gingerbread. Uh, but yeah, mostly just shapes for the holidays. Nothing. They didn't have like vampire or anything like that with the blood red or anything. That would be kind of cool. A bloody peep. I don't know. Guess you could get into that one. But yeah, they had all the stuff out. No, I am going to be working on videos and all that fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any trees here, so no leaves here per se. And actually we got a little bit of rain, a little bit of sprinkles here, so but it's been fairly mild. We're in like what, the 70s and 80s. It's been overcast. So yeah, the the Drewbalubi. What is it? Drewbaluba? Yes. Like I said, I broke down. I just that's the hot thing. And Drewbalubu. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's like seems to be cropping up everywhere. Every sudden, all of a sudden, it's like everybody's got them, and then it's like super popular, and they're always saying, "Oh, well, it's hard to find," and some places, some people find them in like other stuff. Well, like I said, when you get the box, you don't know what's in there. It's a blind box. So it is a blind box, and you don't know which one of the characters you're going to get till you open it up. That's the mystery one, the gray one. Yes, this is Labubu. The Labubu. I got this from Amazon, but you can go to the Pop store, Pop Mart, the official Pop Mart. But you may not get it there because apparently they sell out very quickly. You can get them on certain websites. You can get them on certain. Some people said they found them in gas stations. Some people said they found them stores. I guess however they can get them. If you go to Pop Mart though, that's the official place. So, but like I said, I got mine through Amazon. And it is official because I do have my authenticity. So it came with that. So I know it's not a fake, it's not a ripoff. And like I said, the price on that one, it's all over the place. It changes day to day. Get it anywhere from like $20 up to like 500 is what I've heard. So can't give you a price on it. It changes day to day. Kind of like gold or silver, I guess. It fluctuates. And whatever you're willing to pay and however they're able to get it. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. I mean, it's hot right now. It's kind of like the Beanie Babies and the Tamagotchi and some Rubik's Cube and all that stuff. It's all the big rage, and everybody went crazy for it, and then, you know, boom, bottom falls out. Because look at Beanie Babies now. They're not worth what they were at the time when they're super rare, and everybody was paying thousands of dollars for them because they were super rare. And now the Beanie Babies are Beanie Babies. No one cares. And then they had the Furby and the Tamagotchi and the Cabbage Patch dolls and everything else. Yeah, I remember that. And Peanut, the blue elephant, was like a big thing. Super rare, only so many of them out there. I don't know. It's a craze. It's one of those crazes. It's like everybody, you know, kids see it and they scream to their parents, I gotta have it, I gotta have it. Remember the Tickle Me Elmo? What else? Yeah, Cabbage Patch dolls. PS5 at one time was a big deal. Everybody was clamoring to get that. They're paying lots and lots of money for it. It's whatever the hot new item is right now. That's the newest one, I guess. The La Boo Boo. But it's always usually something every year. I remember the Nintendo and some of the other stuff. Like I said, back when I was a kid, it was electronic football games. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it takes off. Everybody else hypes it, you know, and everybody else promotes it, and then they go crazy, and everybody, you know, oh my God, we gotta have it. Blows up, and then within several months, it's not popular. Everybody just goes, it's gone. Well, you know, look at all the crazes and stuff that were popular and then died out. It happens a lot. Everybody, it's popular for a minute and then it's not. It's just, yeah. So, I don't know. Anyways, now I broke down. I got it. I will put the video out of the unboxing probably Sunday. So stay tuned for that one. Let's see. Yeah, it's still kind of Funko's still kind of popular. I know they're putting out kinds of different different versions, different tie-ins, different collabs. Seems like there's every kind of Funko Pop out there right now. I mean, whatever genre that you are into, cartoons, movies, uh, whatever. They're usually making special edition ones. Yeah, I couldn't get into that. Some of them were really, really expensive too. Certain Funko Pops. I mean, I guess that's the hot new thing right now. But you could spend a lot of money on those, getting authentic ones. And back in my day, it was like, was it baseball cards and signed memorabilia, football helmets, and cards and jerseys and stuff like that from all the sports stars. Autographed pictures, some of them. I guess whatever's popular, whatever's trending right now is popular for a minute, but who knows? Usually, most of them drop in value, kind of like the old, Pokemon. The old Franklin Mint collector's plates. It may increase in value. Or what was that other one? The Civil War chess set, where you had to buy the little pieces for like $20 a piece, and then you had to pay like all that, and then all the antique cars and all that stuff that you get from the Franklin Mint, and you sign up, and every month they'd send you something new, or collectible coins or whatever. I mean, state quarters. That was like big for a minute. Yeah. The Civil War chess set. And you had to send away for all the pieces. And if you missed one, you screwed it up. I don't know. Did anybody ever do that? I never did. Although I have to say I was in the Columbia Record and Tape Club. Back in the day. I think I got 5 records for a penny. Remember those? Go and take out the little stamps and you'd put them on there. And you get your records for only a penny. Record and Tape Club back in the day. Yeah, they had a scam too, because if you didn't send in the card saying you didn't want the item, they would send it to you and they'd bill you. And back then, it was kind of expensive for like a record. Well, I mean, like, I think this was what, the 70s or 80s, and it was like $15, $20 for a record. And then I think you had to pay shipping too. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of worked out. I think you had to buy like 5 records at regular price within 3 years to fulfill your contract. Then they actually switched to where you could do it online. 8 tracks, records, cassettes. I think they even went. I was in their VHS club, and I actually got all the Hogan's Heroes videos. No, I do not. Do not have a record player. I don't even have records anymore. I did at one point, but no record player, no records. It's too bad too. I did have some cool ones. Some collector's vinyl. I had the Styx one with the etching on it, and I think I had the gold vinyl one. I even had trying to remember some of the other ones I had. Picture disc on one of them. Some of them were collectors. I used to have them. They went away, and I used to collect all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no. Record players is just the thing of the past. I think I even had the Elvis Moody Blue vinyl record. Hey, that's cool. If you can play it, that'd be cool. But no, I don't I don't even have a record. I don't even have a record player, and I'm not going to invest in it because I don't have records to play. So it's kind of a lost medium, I guess. Everything's available to be streamed out there. So anyway, all right. So I think that's it for tonight. I've been on here over 2 hours. Time's flying when you're having fun, and yeah, I'll have to work on some of the other stuff, and I'll be back on Tuesday with another live stream. In the meantime, you can check everything out. No problem. You can check everything out over the weekend that's coming out. I'm gonna try and get that bonus episode for you on Sunday. And stay tuned for all the fun stuff. I think I'm starting to work on another poll in the next couple day or two. So check out for that. In the meantime, go ahead and watch all the other stuff that's out there. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe, stay inside, stay dry if it's raining where you're at. It's been kind of sprinkling here. I know it's starting to cool down, so. And everybody, thank you for tuning in. Also, thank you for the super chats earlier, and I appreciate that. It'll go back into the channel, and I'll have some good stuff for you guys. In the meantime, have a good weekend. Take it easy. Find something good to watch. You know, maybe $6 Million Man. Who knows? All right, guys. I will see you on Tuesday on the next live. And have a great weekend, everybody. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon.